Hey, what's up, guys? I hope everything is going well and that you are fit and healthy as always. Today, the question is, how do I get my mojo back? How am I actually going to get back on track from where I was to where I want to be? All right. Now, I have personal experience in all of these things. Obviously, that's why I make these videos, not just to, try and get my voice and my face and some time here on YouTube just for the fun of it. I know that there are people that are going to watch these videos and podcast and maybe find some value in it, and that's the most important thing. Okay, so I'm going to share my experience throughout this whole journey on this channel, and it's going to be a combination of a lot of things. As you know, if you are a loyal subscriber, you'll see that I do fitness, I do mental health, I do nutrition, I sometimes eat a lot of bad food, sometimes I just do personal things, when I buy a cat, when I buy a car, when I get a new camera, stuff like that, so it's kind of like a lifestyle thing, but also I want to take these opportunities to speak to you and to help you. So today's topic is how to get your mojo back. Now, something that does happen to all of us, I can guarantee you that 100%, is that you will lose your mojo. You'll lose your ambition. You'll lose the purpose, or at least you won't know what your purpose is. And that entails then make you not feel that you want to go forward, right? You lose your mojo. You just don't know what to do. You don't want to go to the gym. You don't give a shit about, eating healthy. You just want to play games. You can't wait for the winter so you can start, putting a lot of blankets on you, watching movies, series, eating a bunch of shit. There's just so many things that you obviously want to stop doing, all the good things, right? And like I said, from experience, I know that this is quite a comfortable thing to have. It's almost like a fallback, and I always feel like that. I always feel like, because I've obviously hit back many times, that's why I'm going to explain to you how to get your mojo back, because I've lost it so many times, but yet I just got it back, So I think sometimes it's kind of like a good and a bad thing when you do this a lot of times, or if you know how to get it back, because then you can kind of manipulate the system a little bit. Because sometimes things will be going well, but then I just tell myself, you know what, I'm just gonna lose my mojo. I'm just gonna take a little break and just mess around, just eat shit, not train just for a week or so, and then mentally I know that I can quickly get back on track and just move forward, right? But a lot of people, unfortunately, can't do that. Or more importantly, a lot of people are not aware of that. They don't know that they are even off track, And I think that the main thing for what I want to say before I get to the main answer is the purpose. Finding a purpose, finding a reason why you are doing this. Because if you lost it, or not even lost it, if you haven't found it, or you had it but you lost it, then things are going to be very difficult for you, and you will be quite demotivated, and the mojo is going to be all over the place. You're not going to find it, right? But in order for you to get your mojo back, right, or if you haven't had a mojo ever, then here's a reason or a way how to get a mojo in your system. So that is to sit down. You have to sit down, grab a little piece of paper, pen, and just dot down exactly what it is that you want. And I mean, it could be anything. It could be crazy. It could be, it could be a boat, it could be a ship, it could be a plane, it could be a car, it could be a massive house, it could be $1 billion, it could be, dating a certain type of person, it could just be, buying new shoes, it could be buying new golf clubs, it could just be the basics of having food on the table to eat. There's so many things, all our needs are different, right? So write those things down. Doesn't matter how crazy they sound, but write them down, and you try and then, the purpose of this is as you write them down, you start seeing a little bit of a pattern. All right. So, I mean, you're not going to write that you want to become the best surfer, and just under that, you also want to become the best boxer, and just under that, you want to be the world's best accountant. I mean, these are three major different things, and I doubt that you'll actually be able to write that down if you are at all a sane person, right? So you start dotting things down that you want in life, that you like, things that you kind of like doing, whether it's playing games, it doesn't matter. You just just dot everything down and don't stop until that page is full. I know it's hard. There's probably going to be like 200-300 things that you list down there, but just write them down. And then when you zoom out, people always say like, you have to like step back and see the bigger picture. Though that is literally how it is. You literally step back, you look at that list, and you start combining, combining those little connected words to each other, right? So let's say, for instance, in my case, I always wanted this thing, and I don't know what my purpose was. I mean, I was playing rugby professionally, and then after that I was boxing, and I thought, I obviously have to go into sport because that's all I know. I wasn't really academically smart, in a sense. Like, I wasn't bookworm at all. I didn't read. I didn't do all those type of things. And then after traveling, I kind of found myself a little bit and kind of got the knowledge that I have now. And then I sat with that same piece of paper and I wrote the things down, and 3 things that came to mind. Number 1 was obviously fitness. A lot of the things that I put down there was that I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy changing my body. I enjoy having a good body. I enjoy being healthy. There was a lot of things on that, say running, exercising, hiking, all those type of things were there. The second thing was obviously nutrition. I enjoy not only eating, cookies and things like that, but enjoying eating healthy food, because that obviously made me look better. It made my abs pop and all those type of things that that you kind of want. So that's the one thing. And then the third thing, and I didn't notice that, again, because you look at all these things, you kind of find out what it is that you want, or your purpose. And I found out that I want to help other people. I really do. I want to help people with the same problems that I used to have, all right? And then I still sometimes have, of course. No one is perfect. So that brought us to, obviously, to mental health and motivational speaking and starting this YouTube channel. And obviously now combining all of that into one thing, all right? Now, yes, do I do other things? Acting, modeling, I do that, of course. But we also need to realize that some things we do for money, and that is okay. But if you have, how can I say, people say that you should, chase something that you love. Chase that. That's where, just do it, no matter if you make money or not. And I agree. I do agree with that. I mean, you could do that, of course. However, sometimes, most times, to be honest, you have to do the things that you don't like for money in order to do the things that you love. All right. So, for instance, like I said, not that I don't like modeling and acting. It's just that is not necessarily my go-to thing that I have such a big passion for in life, and I just want to act until I'm 80 years old. It's a way of making money. It's obviously enjoyable to do. It's a nice way of making money. It's extra money. Then it's great having that, and that allows me to kind of live a semi-comfortable life and to afford a camera and a mic and things like that, to now go into my main purpose of helping people, doing fitness, eating healthy, paying for all the steak and eggs that I eat and chicken. All that stuff costs money. So you have to sometimes do the things that you don't want to do in order to do the things that you want to do. All right. So again, with the topic of this video, if you want to get your mojo back, or if you want to develop a brand new mojo that you've never had before, you have to make that list. You have to dot down everything that you want out of life, and you kind of have to then step back. Literally, do yourself a favor and like put it on the ground and literally step back, and then you can have a little laugh, and then you can go forward again. But anyway, pick up the piece of paper on the floor and have a read through it and try and find connections. Some of these words, that in the airplane, when you fly, wherever, domestic, international, you get these little booklets, right? Or you can buy them at the airport actually, and then it's like a crossword puzzle. So basically like that. You try and kind of you don't have to write a whole new list, but you can circle and you can make notes and things of words and things that you've written down that match with other things. And soon you'll find 2 or 3 things that are quite like prominent. It just stands out. And those are the 3 things that you need to work out. You need to find out, how can I do that? Is it something that I can do as a straight up one and I can make money off of it? Or is it something that I really want to do and it's going to make me happy and it's going to give me that mojo, it's going to give me energy, it's going to push me forward. However, there's not necessarily too much money in it. So I'll have to probably do something else You'll find out what else you're going to do, if it's a job, if it's selling cars, if it's modeling, making videos, or selling clothes, or working in a retail store. Whatever it is that you do, you'll do that with kind of a bit of a passion, because you know that whatever it is that you do, you go in 9 to 5, but the money that you make there, you can then use for this list of things that you've now put up there. You know, you need to have some sort of purpose. If you don't, if you just go to work and you're doing someone else's stuff, I mean, imagine that, right? I haven't worked for a boss since 2016. That's 8 years, right? And nothing against people that obviously work for bosses. I mean, like I just said, like if you don't have a choice, then do it. You have to do it, because you're obviously doing that for a bigger purpose is to eventually start your own business. But starting your own business, it just frees you up a little bit, and it creates this feeling of, you know, how can I say, that you've not necessarily made it, but I lost my train of thought now, to be honest. I was talking about getting your mojo back, feeling, what did I say? I don't know. I just lost myself there because I'm looking out of this window and yeah, birds are flying and I lost my thing. But anyway, the point is, if you want your mojo back, you are going to have to do the things that you don't necessarily want to do in order to do the things that you can. And once you have that combination, once you have that combination, you have that end goal, or you have that thing that's going to be in front of you. And the fact that it's in front of you, or that it's in the future, is something to work towards. And that's very important, because, you know, if you are stuck in the present all the time, well, in the past, I mean, and what is happening around you now, you are always stressed. You know, every day has its own troubles. We read that in the Bible. We hear that everywhere, really, people speaking about it. So there's always going to be troubles today. So don't even stress about the troubles tomorrow. But if you dwell in this, if this is all you have, if you don't think about the future and plan ahead and kind of have, how can I explain? Have you ever had like a date? Maybe it's you like this girl or this guy so much and you haven't seen him in a while, or maybe it's your first date with this person and you know it's on Saturday, but it's only Monday. Like that whole week just feels like a bubble, right? You're just so happy. You're doing stuff that you've never enjoyed in your life, like cutting grass, you know, doing filing at work, paperwork, admin, all this bullshit. You just do it, right? With a smile, because in your heart you have this thing that you're excited for that's coming on Saturday to see this chick, you know, or this guy. So that's kind of the same thing. That's the mojo you need. That's that mojo liquid that you need, is something that you have in the future that excites you so much that you, whether it takes a year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, you have that bubbly, you know, mojo liquid inside, because you can't for the life of you wait for that day to happen. And that's very important. That's very important. So that's my advice. That's how I think you can get your mojo back, is sitting, making a list, finding the connections in that list, and once you have, decide, is it something that you can pursue alone as is to make money, or are you going to find something else to make money and then use that as a side thing with the money you make to do, and what you want for that, obviously. Like, what's the purpose? Are you just going to do it for fun, or actually want to grow it into something great? Okay. And yeah, like I said, if that is something that you put out in the future, you will be excited. You'll have a little mojo feel, and yeah, it'll get you in the game. And of course, if you are single or married, doesn't matter. Love is always a good thing. There's always mojo in love. So, you know, treat your spouse lovely, make them happy. They'll make you happy. You know, if you're single, go out there, meet people, fall in love. That's gonna put a little spark in you, regardless of what's happening in your life anyway. So, but that's just an extra little tip from me. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be making quite a few of these, and stay tuned. Of course, if you haven't subscribed yet and you've watched all the way till here, please do like this video, subscribe to become a loyal subscriber. I'm almost at 1,000. How crazy. Almost at 1,000 subscribers. It's basically taken 2.5 years to get here. So it would be nice to get 1,000 before three years. And then we can take it from there and see how this YouTube vibes work. Because, you know, again, like I said, this is something that I enjoy. This is my thing. This is my go-to. Regardless of what work I do and the money I make, this is the thing that I enjoy. For 2.5 years, I haven't made 1 cent on YouTube. Yet, I'm sitting here making videos every single day because I enjoy it. All right. Have a good day. We'll chat soon. Cheers.